everyone! I hope everyone is alright. I've not actually done any of these before, but I just wanted to tell you a little bit what I've been up to during this whole lockdown. I've promised not to talk about anything Corona related in my classes, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a studio vlog and see if anyone's curious to hear what I've been up to, how I'm organizing my classes online, how I'm doing the filming, the space that I'm working in. Maybe I'll show you some of my personal work that I've been working on during this time. So yeah, settle in and let's get started. So something that I'm doing every day anyway, but it's even more important for me now, is start the day with making a to-do list. So today I'm making a list of all the classes that I'm going to run over the next 2 weeks, with the reference pictures that I want to use, and to make sure that everything on my website is up to date and online, and that it's really clear for people to see what classes am I running and what can they sign up for. And it's quite a fun thing to do, but there's so many different components that I need to make sure I keep track of. So my booking system, the photos, have everything ready, make sure there are free stock images that I can use, make sure they're appropriate for the mediums that I want to use, and all these things around it. So that's what I'm starting the day with today. And even most of my work is indoors, making art, doing video editing, working on my business. I try to make some time to go outside every day. Luckily, we've got this huge garden that we share with our neighbors. And you can see the flowers are coming through, and I'm starting to grow broccoli. I have a watercolor painting class tonight. I just had my children's class. We drew this for the kids' creative class this morning. Just finishing my cup of tea, and then I'm going for a run today. I'm working on this watercolor illustration at the moment because I'm trying to do more layering, which is something that I find quite hard sometimes. I tend to work more with ink and more in color blocks, and my left and right is not so great. And I'm trying to do more layering, so that's another thing on my to-do list today. I have received some prints that I'm selling on my shop, which are ready to be unpacked, so I'm going to check them out later and I'll show you how they came out. But first of all, the sun is coming out now. It is almost 12 o'clock, so I'm going for a run, have some lunch, and then I'll do another check-in with you later. Thank you, bye! So I got some prints made from some artwork that I did a little while ago. And one of these prints is ready to be sent out to one of my customers. Someone bought a print of my website. So I need to open it, check if everything is alright, pack it up, and then send it off to this person. And the other print is a new one, and this is the original artwork. So let's open it and let's see if the print came out in the right colors, if it looks nice, and see if I want to order more prints of these, if this is something I'm going to put on my website. So it's all wrapped really nicely in paper. I think that looks beautiful. It looks really vibrant. It almost looks a bit like velvet. And the paper that's been used is made of bamboo, so it's all it's eco paper. It's made of bamboo and it's all very sustainable. And I think the colors came out beautiful. It almost looks a bit like it's been printed on velvet. So if you look at that, Yeah, so I think this is definitely a potential addition for my website. I think it looks really nice in a children's room. It's a little bit scary, but not too so scary that I think it's quite adventurous, let's put it that way. I think he looks a little bit cheeky, and I think for a child that enjoys stories about dragons and flying around, and for a kid that's a little bit adventurous, I think this would be a really nice room, nice addition to a playroom, for example. So I'm very happy with that. So I'll hold it up here as well. So as you can see, it's slightly bigger than the original. And I was worried that that would make the colors muddy, or if it would get rid of the details, and that hasn't happened at all. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with that one. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with that one. And the other one is the sleeping bear, which is the same, it's the same size as the original. It still curls a little bit. And I think that came out really beautiful as well. And I've ordered this one before, so I was not so worried about it, but you always need to make sure that everything is okay. Doing a bit of editing today. I'm also planning in some time to work my drawing, so I'm working on some commissions and I'm finding time to work in my sketchbook. My sketchbook is a place where I can really sort of experiment, and where I can try new things that are a little bit different from the style that you would normally see from me on Instagram or on Facebook or on the prints that I've got in my shop. So I decided to work with a very different color scheme. So I worked on this really fluorescent little corgi, and the reason I chose a corgi is my mum has one, and I really wanted to do something different from what I normally do. So I'm not 100% happy with it, but the purpose of the drawing was experimenting and pushing my boundaries. So I think for that it worked well, and it's quite a colorful page in my sketchbook now. I would really like to make some stickers to sell on my website, and maybe to do some giveaways on Instagram, or perhaps start a Patreon account. So I'm looking at how other people make stickers, and I've been thinking about what I would like to do myself. So this is where I'm practicing to make a collection of creatures that are in my style that I could potentially make stickers out of. And I'm not sure if I'm happy with these paintings, but I like the idea of working on a collection where with some mythical creatures or some imaginary creatures, or something like that. So this was just my first attempt, my first try, and I'm going to experiment with it a bit more to see what comes out of it and what can I do. I really like working in watercolor and then putting some line work around it with my ink pen. So I'm using a brush pen to put the lines around it, and I think that always works really nice, and it gives a really nice dimension to the paintings. So have a look and see what you think, and I'll let that part of the video just play out. So I hope you found that interesting. If you managed to watch this video all the way till the end, then well, you'll know what my week has been looking like. I'm so happy we've had really nice weather, so that allowed me to do some filming outside and to work in the garden and go for a run, and just generally to spend some time outside as well. Even though we're all around the house, it's nice to have that opportunity. So very happy about that. My week has been quite busy with preparing for classes, getting everything ready, filming, getting everything done online. Filming this vlog, doing all the editing, which I'm not so good at yet. Collecting all that video footage that I have of all the different drawings that I've been making. So, well, I enjoyed making it, and if you enjoyed it as well, then press that subscribe button underneath, there I think. And also that little bell, you'll get an update every time I post something new. And well, I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye!